Yo, as I work this overnight shift in the Bronx, I gotta tell you, nothing about this uniform is a coincidence. Check it out. Everything that I have in these pockets, in this pouch, on this side, this holster, and inside my shirt pocket, nothing about it is a coincidence. If you want to know everything that I have inside of these pockets, if you want to know what I carry on every single shift and what I've been carrying on every single shift while working in the ambulance in a poverty-stricken area like the South Bronx, click on the link below in the description box. I'm going to give you a PDF where I break everything down, my everyday carry as a New York City paramedic who's a doctor that rides on an ambulance. Click on the link down below. I hope it helps. Yo, as I sit on the ambulance, I want to share with you what basically happens when you are calling the ambulance and go to the hospital. This is what usually happens. You get into the emergency room. After getting into the emergency room, you're going through triage, where they kind of decide which area of the hospital you're going to. Most of the time, you're going to go to a place where you're going to be waiting to be seen by a doctor. Once you finally do get seen by this doctor, after waiting hours upon hours on end, depending on how busy the hospital is, especially now during COVID times, you're going to go inside of the hospital. After being inside of the hospital, and when you finally get a doctor to be at your bedside, this doctor's most likely going to be a resident who's trying to learn what to do and how to do it. And they're only going to talk to you for less than 15 minutes because they got to run back to the computer to type up whatever it is that they did before you and what they did with you. So I say that to say this, my people. Most of the time, if not all of the time, that you go to the hospital, whether you're being seen by a nurse, a doctor, and or etc., you're getting low-level treatment. Unless you're suffering from a critical condition, a life or death situation, you're wasting your time by being in the hospital. Your health is your responsibility, not theirs. They're gonna look at you, see which algorithm you fit in, and stuff your face with medications that are justified by your signs and symptoms. So if you're suffering from, let's say, high blood pressure and you meet the risk factors, you're an African American and or etc., guess what you're going to get? High blood pressure medications. If your blood sugar was high, but little did you mention to them that you were eating a cheesecake before going to get your blood sugar taken, then you get metformin. Metformin leads to lactic acidosis. Lactic acidosis could lead to renal failure. Renal failure leads to dialysis. Dialysis immediately leads to death just a few months later. So I say that to say this. Once again, your health is your responsibility. If you ask me, why am I on an ambulance knowing all this information? Why am I practicing digital medicine? Why do you want to continue to work as a paramedic if you hold a medical degree? I'll tell you why, my man. I'll tell you why, my sister. Because a lot of times the doctors that you're being treated are treating people, your family members, and you. They're pharmaceutical representatives. All they do is see where you fit into the algorithm and give you the medication that they're taught to give you. Doctor of medicine means that they're there to prescribe medicine. And usually that medicine has adverse effects that fuck you up in the long run. So I say that to say this, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Your health is your responsibility. If you don't want to be another chart number, if you don't want your mother, your father, your family, or anybody that you love to be in the hospital dealing with all this bullshit that's going on, hit me up in the DM. Stop putting up with this shit. If you're taking pills, if a family member of yours is taking pills, I could most likely help you make whatever it is that they're suffering from manageable, if not completely eradicated. Remember, I'm a doctor. I've been working in the healthcare industry for 19 years, almost 20 years, and I hold a doctorate degree in medicine. I'm a medical doctor. So listen to what I'm trying to tell you. The medical industry is not an industry that you want to partake in unless you have to. Like, if I get hit by a car and I need surgery, by all means take me to the hospital. Everything else, I'm going to try to figure it out my damn self, and you should too. I hope this helps. Peace.